it's important to stay in contact through social media. There are content creators, if you can imagine. These are people who create content. Now, the question is, where is the content? Is it something that uh, you are aligning with within yourself? I say yes. Otherwise, it's just who cares about it, right? But see now, are you content with it? See, that's one thing we want to talk about, the meaning of these words, content or content. What's the difference? Content, content. I don't see a difference. I don't even think there's a difference when you spell it. You'll have to do that on your own. Anyway, I made another video. It's the uh, pathetic video. It's not very charming or anything. I am not having a very easy time. It seems like it's a little bit difficult with Mars Pluto aspects, but I would love to tell you it differently. That it's hard to be around people who are being adversely affected by the Mars Pluto aspects. I particularly am getting rid of the Pluto squaring my Mercury, particularly at 28 degrees. No more of that for me. Okay, thank you. And I can tell, I can get a glimpse of how organized I could possibly be. And you, if you have the later degree cardinal, then when the Pluto moves into Aquarius, which is happening more towards the middle of November here, but then it gives way to 1 degree, which is great news for anybody sitting there with uh, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in particular. Boy, Aquarius is a different story. They are getting the joy of having Pluto conjunct their planets. So if you know an Aquarius, friend them. I mean, just try to. They're good friends anyway. See, this is weird. It's going to rule all of our friends, and so I come up with the motto of like the strange bumper sticker of friend, friend, friend. You know, it's like, do you really have a friend there? Who are your friends? Did you find a new friend? Did you find your tribe? Is it just another one of those friends? You know, what are friends? Friend, you get it, friend, friend. Is it just, are we just really one? See, that's the thing, is if we are getting into the a humanitarian kind of a vibrational frequency, if the truth is something that will glow within that subject matter, if we are subjected to that knowledge through it pouring out of the cosmos, if we figure out what a real friend is and how, what are we doing here as just as contacts? You know, are we a contagion made of hell or heaven? You know what I'm saying? And so that's going to be something that is very real for all of humanity eventually, if they're not fully and mega royally distracted enough. See, this is the thing, which is just jaw dropping, is how royally distracted everybody is. So far, so good, right? So far, it's like, Shauna, can you find a distraction? It's like, believe me, I'm trying to find my niche, whatever will distract me the best, to not see what I see. But I happen to think that I'm supposed to sit here just a little bit longer here, and I'm not really sitting here. I'm doing exercises. It's a different life for me. I do claim to have some love in my life. It's really difficult doing the long distance love. So, but I need you guys still here. You can help me out in the box here, in my box. What's that you have there? Over there? You still have that? Oh my God! And the Mars coming off of Neptune was tough for me. I'm a Mars ruled person, and I'm trying not to show like exactly how disarmed I'm getting. And it's fine. It's good for the Aries people. They need to lighten up, stop pushing the cart. and find out who else is there pushing the cart with you. You know what I mean? And the question is if you find yourself alone, is the cart worth pushing? You know what I'm saying? And that's a hell of a controversy because we want to arrange to where the cart is being filled with money. I was trying to talk about this on my last video. What's happening right now is very much we're going through like the eye of the needle, and there's things that will begin to pressure cook even more. See, we're going through a pressure cooker kind of a feel. It's good to have friends, by the way, talk about your friends. For everybody, for all of humanity, with Pluto moving into Aquarius, which is happening coming up, and for the next 20 years, it's going to be, yeah, who are the people in your neighborhood? Are they fighting? Did they manage a way to get along with each other? If so, what was it that brought them together? See, and I'm ready for it. I'm like thinking, good God, even though that I'm still kind of doing methods of anesthetization, against what can otherwise be just there's a profoundly sick society out there, and you have a profoundly sick reaction coming on unless, I get on social media, here I am, and I'm thinking somebody's going to hear how amazing this is that I can translate anything at all through anything. We are dealing with uh, a bombardment of synthetic distraction systems, I guess you can say, but really the system of distraction has stuff that is testing on the population all the time. If you're living in modern day America and you're holding a cell phone and you're watching this, and congratulations, do you know how vital it is to figure out what the fuck is this thing? Now, two things. You're either you have to be careful because you want to become human so that you can figure out, oh, this could be weaponry against me unless I click into the human brand. See, I was trying to tell you that a lot of people, it's come up. You think that each and every individual is to be stamp branded of something. If it's okay, are you the black boot brand on your face, or what other brand is there, Shauna? Good question. See, I'm saying, what's your fucking brand? See, the word robot, if you apply, I'm going to have to get I'm going to do it the Aries way. If you haven't noticed, I'm just doing it the Aries way now. See, I got my board, and I'm going to put it here, and it's great. There isn't anything more sexy than when I get out my chalkboard and show you what the real word is in robot. We have row your bot. I'm going to put it in capital letters, because don't we love all the capital letters? Sorry. This is fun, though, for the kids. See, with the R rule, you try to find a bird in the word. We don't really know what a robot is if we are out on the meadow. Pardon me. See, we have the word robot there, you see. But, see, I'm saying that a kid can find it, too. Use the R rule, reverse it, find out what you can do with it. Okay, we can make the word boot. The R can sit on the side there, just, I don't know, don't forget about me. Reverse it, so we have the word boot there. That's what could happen with word robot. See, the way that you would really put it is just all capitalized. See, that means when it's in capital, when you see it in a sentence, and it's yeah, especially on my page, you want to look at that R and say, you know what, that can be, because it's in the capital, you want to reverse it, because now we're going to communicate like human beings. See, the capitalized lettering is the human domain. It literally, it's the upper spectrum math. It begins to point at, especially when you just utilize putting your vowels up in uppercase. Now we're pointing at the non-physical vibrational frequencies that if human beings can understand it, if they can understand music and play music, pretty triply, babes. If they can make up their own words and still get a like on here because you're just as tripped out. I wonder, we do have slang here that's completely different than the English slang. But how do you like that? Robot, you want to keep it up. I would say just because the R rule, you want to put it in lower base case wasteland. Just put it there, and then I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? I think it should be all done in all capital letters because the R is there and it's just saying beware of the reptilian factor. What is really here are boots. We have boots on the ground. Now, these boots on the ground, how? See, a lot of people think that the robot will get so darn advanced that it's just going to wind up owning its own land and shushing people away from it, right? And it's like, pfft. No, I don't think it'll ever happen. I'm having the tough ass Mars Pluto opposition. I kind of feel it a little bit, right? My Mercury is there going, bay. So I have just been, if you haven't caught it on my videos, you would be surprised, when Pluto starts to move into Aquarius and starts brightening and refreshing up, especially, my generation. Boy, if there's any of us left who is the Pluto and Uranus in Libra, they were born, I think, from around, give it like 1970 to maybe 77 or 78. You have to find out when Uranus was still in Libra, but I know Pluto was there also transiting in Libra, and it really tests love. The whole, like that shakeup, and it really did change marriage, how people thought of marriage. I think it was like the first, like I think Women's Lib came out during that time, and I don't know what that was, Mercy, you know what I mean? But it's like because maybe it was a movement against the traditional trap of marriage, maybe. Yeah, a lot would be talked about then, at least, and we're going to still keep talking about it. And see, this is generational thing. That generation of pat pat pat. If it wasn't like this and they didn't get hit already, see, it's very interesting to see what marriage really is right now. It can be just a financial, it's an institution. They call it an institution, and it's a trap. Somebody says, well, I can't do anything without getting married, because I'm almost there. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's weird. That's strange. But see, the thing is because what's really going on, and I say, as just a natural Libra and a human being, babes, as love, we are here to, I'm going to come up with some pretty strong words, influence each other. There's a contagion that influences, that isn't necessarily fear, and especially, yeah, all of the illnesses that can come from having your immune system lowered, because in fact you live in fear as fear, practicing fear. And now this could be a long video or a short video. I want to make it somewhat long because there's a lot that we need to talk about as far as our language needs to be cleaned up. And we will do that more. I know I will do that more on my channel, believe it or not. See, even though it's no sign of it now, there's a lot of distractions still. I'm kind of very, I'm going through a really tough time, but I'm trying to just let you know that I think that I'm on a roll. I know a lot of people think I'm crazy when I start talking about the uppercase and the lowercase system, and it's like, no, 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 no. Give it a little bit of a chance, and give this some time also. But because I do tend to rush ahead, and I am tying it into our financing. And when I say our, I'm saying you want to lowercase the y, and it kind of makes it silent because you keep the uppercase up, the vowels up. That's the superior thing. Although the y is beautiful, you want to put that up too. But there's second dimensional language that I'm aiming for right here. Otherwise, the word your is definitely a tool. You want to look at it because it does have the R in there. You want to know that, it's just there's another word in there that you can see. It's an illusion. There's illusion happening. Otherwise, there's our, right? There's our. You see, there's our, but the superior way. Pardon the O there. The all capital letter your, because everybody has to say your and you and I and me, right? And he and she and even we. See, those are standard English said language that uses the alphabet. In any nation, you can see people are having to learn this. And this is, I'm just pulling up something as basic to try to get us away from illusion of separateness, for sure. I noticed that right away. And then, but see now, the O I talk about, babes, and now we're talking about the O and the U. Now, there's a word or a sentence that says, owe you. How much do I owe you? Owe you? How much do I owe you? Right? And very much, we can start to say this as just to kind of to wear it out. Wear it completely out. You can say, I owe you. Why? Because a lot of words have I owe you at the end of it. All right? And a lot of words have I owe us. And now getting back to just to wear it out, just to say to so that you do not forget that I owe you and you owe us, or something like that. See, it's like why owe you? That's one thing. It's like why owe you? It's a question, right? Because it's here now. Isn't it available to our hands? Aren't we using our hands? What are we doing on a daily basis? Are we free flowing? See, YOU. Sorry, this is purely for hypnosis only, babes. No, but really, that's a symbol. When you're saying you, I was trying to think. Well, which one would we say? The EWE, which is just pointing at biology. We, which is the ones who can see. We all know that the word sheep really is see in there. Now we're getting into your brand, sheepy poo. See, everybody knows that you is a female sheep. Not trippy? You is a female, but no, when we write the word buck, buck's the male. Buck? Now it's pointing at money there, doesn't it? Kind of. No, see, now I was talking about, what are we going to call ourselves? You, or you? Is it the she? Is we? And I say that that's biology. And I happen to say, yeah, no, that's the real one, because the you in buck that we see, that's there. See, there's a you in buck right there. And do you see it? See, he and she is in sheep, and that's no question there either. You can't convince the kids that that's not there, and so it's not like it. Maybe it's, we can play with it and say, it's pointing at human biology. Look, he and she is there. Do you see it? Sure. Is it a heap? Yeah. You. I happen to think now, if you're looking at it scientifically, you want to look at the YOU, and the answer is because you have a clean charge. It's not dirty energy. That's YOU. YOU is the apparatus. It's like it's more than biology, because we are looking at souls here, interesting because the word soul does have the word OU in it. I mean, it has the configuration OU, and so does you. See, YOU. Sorry, I'll show you again here. But now I'm going to write the word soul. Pardon the truck sound over there. That guy, he's going to find out that Pluto is going to give him a new truck. I'm happy about it. He should do something else, though. Soul, OU, YOU. So what I'm saying is that the OU, you should really know that it's okay to OU. All right? Now, because OU, now, you know I'm talking about, do I owe you or do you owe me? See, if we're just talking about the O, which is hard because my pens are going out, but, you know, the O is just a forever beautiful thing. You know, it really is. It's something you don't have to worry about that it's never going to run out. It's fun. Why is it fun? Well, it was fun trying to make this circle a circle that people can appreciate. It's a circle. You know, we are doing a circle here, don't you think? You know, a lot of people, maybe we can talk about, is the earth round or flat? You know, there's some people that only see it as flat. Well, maybe that they're really selfish too. Maybe they don't owe you at all, right? What do they do if they're flat? You know, I mean, be careful. I mean, it's just the lowercase wasteland, lowercase base wasteland. You want to keep your vowels up, if anything, because that's showing the natural flow of things. And up for the I, the letter I is always the lowercase. So that's just the way it is. You have an I that has an I open. That's what this is. See, otherwise, it's blockage. That's what you have to know about the uppercase I. See, they always want you to draw out up the I in your lowercase base wasteland, and that's blockage. You flow, it just, you stop and you said I, and then it's like and you just hit a brick wall, and then you're going on, and I. That's the way it looks when you start reading it, and so try not to ever do that. Put all of your vowels up except for the I. If you're getting good at it, just find birds in the word. But otherwise, you know, it's weird because when you're starting out, you're heading for the most advanced, and you're just keeping the vowels up. Just keep the vowels up. Now you're pointing at the most advanced, higher vibrational frequency, which is what's governing all matter. And that is something that's like, we don't understand that, Sean. Not even you understand it. I know, but you can understand a tad bit of it. You know, you can get into atomic assemblage through way of oscillation of light. See, I can do that because I have an Aquarius moon trine Mars. And yeah, when it comes to that there, those Aquariuses and how that Pluto is aspecting us, eventually all of the Aquariuses are going to be trashed by Pluto, but actually it's a rebirthing, but it's not easy. Oh, God have mercy. It will start to conjunct my moon eventually when it hits 14 or 15 degrees. Have to look at the very days that hits, you know, like what year. And talk about a test with your friends and everything, but by that time, I mean, everybody is going to be going into that. I call myself humanity for a reason, because 'tis the season. You know, we have to try, especially us orphans, that knows for a fact that, well, social media is it. Sometimes, you know, we have a toxic situation around us, whether it's our family, our workplace, and imagine that this here can help us by way of just really, if it's a monetary thing that a lot of times it's monetary. What if we took it back by establishing our brand, getting back to our brand? What is it? I say it's the humane, and then there's the non-humane. The thing is that one brand This is the thing. It's just like, uh-oh, now something is doomed, and we're going to see something fucking try and brand us across the board, right? We're talking about if it could be the same, babes. If it's not a crucifix hexing you out, really, it's like this, then it's your number on the back of the head or something like that. And it's like, you got to stop all of that stuff. Stop the fake branding, right? Because I was trying to show you the language that's already set up across the globe that says, he and she is here.